Hi there, Michael A. Palladini here, aka MacGyver. We're at Broken Bow Farm, and today project we have is that we need to change the decking boards out in our little utility trailer. Well, actually, it's DaddyTechEnt's trailer. I gotta clarify that. But me and him share it, and we share the responsibilities of taking care of it. And that way, it's always good when you have a neighbor that has stuff that you don't have, and then you have stuff that they have, and it makes for a great arrangement. So, just another part of that resourcefulness thing I was talking to you about earlier in my introduction video to our channel. You know, it's not all about having everything. It's using what you have to the, best of your ability and to maximum effectiveness. And me and DaddyTechEnt over there, we've been best friends since I moved in here, and it works out great. I pretty much have what he doesn't have, and he's got a lot of stuff I don't have, so it works out really good. So anyway, let's check out this trailer and I'll show you what we're dealing with. Okay, those of you that are familiar with our channel know that this is the trailer that we did the winch installation project on, which has been working out phenomenally well and has been a valuable asset. Right there is DaddyTech's little Blazer. We're going to get back together here for too long. But I've got a couple of big jobs in here as well. I got that Tahoe over there. That's going to be a future video project. We got to do upper and lower intake gaskets on it. It's leaking coolant off the block or the heads. But anyway, as you can see, these boards are at the very least a bit scary when you're loading something on this trailer. So DaddyTech finally got the chance to go out and buy the replacement boards yesterday, and we're going to change them tonight and show you how we're going to do it, because it's very interesting on this trailer, because this trailer, the boards aren't screwed down to the cross members. They're just secured in from the front and the back with angle. Now personally, I think that's great, because there's nothing worse than trying to get the deck boards out of a trailer when they use those self-tapping weird screws that rust into the metal and you can never get them out. So I much prefer this idea. And what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to cut a notch in here to slide the new boards in. Of course, we'll just cut the old ones out, and we'll weld the piece back in when we're done. So, okay, we're going to cut these boards out of the trailer with our trusty reciprocating saw. I have to be careful. My instinct is to call it a sawzall, and that's how most people probably know these. However, sawzall is a brand name, trademarked, copywritten, no doubt. Anyway, you'll notice here the blade that I have is a metal cutting blade, because we were using it last on the UTV project. Now, what we need for this is called a wrecking blade. Notice how it has the very coarse teeth compared to the metal cutting blade, which has very fine, or a lot finer teeth. But there's also, this blade is hardened a little differently, so it doesn't burn up when you try to cut metal with it. Of course, it does still burn up eventually, but that's okay. So now we're going to go cut up the wood on the trailer deck. nicer this is to deal with than trying to unscrew 50 million self-tapping metal screws out of the deck. Make a nice little bonfire. Apparently it wasn't pressure treated wood, so the trailer's only about 6 years old. All done. Been a couple hours. I took a break for dinner and came back out here, and she is all decked out, pun intended. Yuck, yuck. And that final board that goes in, we had to trim it down, rip it down a little bit, because even though if you measure the outside dimensions of the trailer, it's 76 inches, which is exactly, what is it, 9 or 8 times 9.5, which a 2x10 is. That doesn't take into account the thickness of the metal, and also I think the trailer builder, I didn't pay attention when I was cutting it out, but one of the boards might have been a 2x8, because they had shims welded in on this side, so this board only went in so far. So but between the bow of the you know, the wood, you know, some of the wood wasn't exactly straight, and figured that, and you know, of course it's wet, so it's pressure treated, it's all swolled up, but this last board was right at about 8 inches wide, and So we ripped it down to exactly 8 inches and hammered it in there. And as the wood dries up, it'll shrink, and we can, you know, if it gets to be an issue, we can put a wider board in it or cut a new one later, but I doubt seriously it's going to be a problem. But she's all done, and that's how we do it on at Broken Bow Farm. And I still have a little bit of welding to do. I gotta weld this little spot up here where I cut the ear out to bend it out to get that last board in there. But we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. It's time to go have a shower and kick back with a nice White Russian toddy. So, good night, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.